What's poppin', yo? Mario Judah. That's probably a name you haven't heard in a while. It literally feels like a distant memory, most likely. Almost forever ago. Wait, wasn't the last time he was active was when Playboy Cardi was releasing Whole Lotta Red back in December? Has he been making music since and you just didn't hear about it? Has he fallen off? Well, we're going to explore these questions and more today. Mario Judah first came into the scene from one song he created after he was a producer for quite a while. He got reached out to by One Room Media, who shot the music video for him. They put it out, and suddenly it went viral on TikTok and was going crazy everywhere, with memes using it and TikTok videos that were spread on Instagram and Twitter. A lot of people were calling him an industry plant because his come up was so fishy. There were so many moving parts that just aligned. And I'm going to agree with you that this was such an incredibly lucky scenario that happened multiple times, in the sense that there were multiple steps of luck that came together at once. The stars aligned for this song to blow up, and one of his first songs ever, too. I don't personally think he's an industry plant, but whatever. He gets signed to Atlantic Records, which I said when people still believed he was independent, and the song Die Very Rough is going up. He's doing that viral performance on Rolling Loud live stream where he falls on the stage, etc. He's doing all these interviews that are getting an insane amount of views because he's just this character that we haven't seen anything like before. He was really out there. He knew how to draw attention. But then it came time for his next move. And what he did was make some videos expressing his frustration with Playboy Cardi not dropping his highly anticipated album, Whole Lotta Red. He saw how many numbers this did on social media, and it turned into release Whole Lotta Red or I'll release it for you. This campaign, if you want to call it that, caused Mario Judah's following on social media to skyrocket. I mean, he was injecting steroids, HGH, tren, everything possible. SARMs, all of that. He eventually released this little EP that was supposed to be his Whole Lotta Red, but then the question became, okay, you did this, but what's next for your career as a rapper or a musician? Are you going to make music in this style that's a meme of Cardi, or are you going to show us what Mario Judah's sound is like? And this was my criticism from the beginning of Mario Judah doing all of this. You need to have long-term thinking. Attention generating in and of itself is not bad. It's required. But what's it going to lead to, and what's your objective with it? Mario Judah seemed to just aimlessly follow whatever generated the most attention, and it got to a breaking point where the majority of people were looking at him in a manner of, all right, man, we get it. It's not funny anymore. Take this into consideration. Mario Judah has more songs that are memeing Playboy Cardi than he has actual songs released of his real music. That should tell you enough. And when people were mad about how bad they said Whole Lotta Red was, he tried to revive this tired trope with the countdown to releasing the deluxe for Playboy Cardi. But it only took 2 or 3 days for him to realize this was not working at all this time. Shocker, huh? The videos are now taken down from his YouTube channel. And the last post on social media that Mario Judah made was on February 17th, both on Twitter and Instagram. A post that was a meme with Lil Uzi Vert diamond on his forehead as a child. That was officially a month and a half ago. He posted just the other day, but it was nothing to do with him. It was one of them promotional giveaway posts that a lot of IG celebrities be doing. Mario Judah can't afford to be gone for this long. And this was after he was saying on his IG story that he would frequently be releasing music soon. I personally believe Mario Judah and his team are scrambling. They might have no idea what to do next. He even went and got them face tattoos as well. Part of the reason why I believe they may have no idea what to do outside of this time period of silence is the Die Very Rough remix. Mario Judah was talking about a remix and teasing it for a while in interviews. There were talks about it being a big feature that was likely Lil Uzi Vert. But what happened with that? There is no sign of the remix releasing anytime soon, and I personally think that the remix was scrapped, and it's likely never releasing. Why do I say that, you might ask? Well, remixes are usually an amplifier to an already super poppin' song. At the song's peak or right when the song starts to slightly dip a little bit, they use it as a means of propping it back up to new heights, ideally. Think of Life is Good by Future and Drake. The remix to that with DaBaby released when the song was still really poppin'. It released fairly quickly after the original song. Old Town Road, they released 50 remixes to that song, and it was while the song was really hot. Same thing with these Back in Blood remix, which are actually, it's not the same thing because they're unofficial to be fair, so scrap that actually. But two more recent examples. The Spot 'em Got 'em beatbox song, that song is really hot right now. It's climbing up the charts, and it has had an official remix or two release. And lastly, Coi Leray. She has that one song right now that was blowing up, and then they got Lil Durk on the remix, and it's blowing up even more. But Die Very Rough by Mario Judah is a dead song. That song's hype died back in 2020. You can't unearth it from the grave with a remix when there's no demand for it or Mario Judah currently. That's my reasoning for why this remix is unlikely to ever be officially released, but I could be wrong. Do I think Mario Judah is finished? Well, has he even really gotten started to really be finished? He hasn't showcased much, and he's already been cut an advance check from Atlantic Records. I don't think they're going to give up so quickly on someone they gave money to and just shelf him, but I'm sure it has been done before. The unfortunate part of his song Die Very Rough is that it was internet viral, but it didn't translate to mainstream success or even chart on the Hot 100. The song is currently at 53 million streams on Spotify, which is a solid amount. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to minimize that achievement. But it's nothing like super amazing, really high hit level, like 100 million, 150, where we're seeing these songs consistently chart. One thing Mario Judah can't do now is release an album or project. That's most likely going to flop, perhaps sell under 5K first week. Then he's going to get clowned by people online, and that'll just dig him an even deeper hole than the one he's currently in. The stars aligning for Mario Judah's song is what a lot of struggling or upcoming artists wish would happen to them. Some of them even envied it when it happened. But it happened to Mario Judah, and look at the position he's in now. Sure, he might have some money in his pocket, but it's a stressful situation to be in, not knowing who your fan base is, not knowing what type of music they want to hear, since you haven't even released enough music to gauge that, and not knowing what your next move should be. Most artists are not prepared to go viral. They just get swept up in the tornado if it actually happens to them, and they don't know what moves to make. Mario Judah, I think, sort of messed up by aligning himself too closely with hip-hop. He has a rock background, and he has a unique voice, but existing in a different genre, which he could still transition, I believe would serve him better. Two recent examples I can give are, number one, Machine Gun Kelly, who had great success transitioning with one of the best albums released last year, and his best first week sales ever. But also a smaller example is Poor Stacy, who was a rapper signed to Internet Money. He was having tons of trouble breaking through in the rap scene. His image was kind of not very palatable for even Internet Money fans. His songs were not performing very well, but he changed up the production, and they started targeting a different audience, one that was more receptive to Poor Stacy's image and rock or alternative rock style. You can even see in his Discovered On playlists on Spotify, his label got him on all these alt and rock playlists that are doing well for him. He found the right audience to get behind his style of music, and I personally believe that hip-hop is not the right audience that'll be receptive to Mario Judah's music. A slight change in production and he could be on his way, because he's got a way stronger presence than a lot of other people in that genre, including Poor Stacy and MGK. I definitely don't think Mario Judah is done, but he's definitely in a precarious situation. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.